Welcome, race fans, to the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series, the final showdown out of Avondale, Arizona, here at Phoenix Raceway for the championship race, the final race of the season here for the Quick Finishers Racing League, as we're going to see who can rise from the ashes to tame the Phoenix Raceway. I don't know where I was going with that, folks, but that's where we went. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. Happy to be here tonight. David Lafano is not going to be with us as he normally is tonight. However, I do believe we may have a couple special guests going to pop in here and help call this race here in just a bit. But nonetheless, we're going to get through this tonight. We're going to have a good time here at the Phoenix Raceway. We're going to crown a champion, folks, here at Phoenix at the conclusion of this race. We have four drivers made it to this championship round with a shot at the championship. You have Kenneth Pack in the number 16. He'll be racing for a championship tonight, along with Zoltan Nudge, better known as Zulu. Michael Kerjelak, he's in it. He's hitting in the 19 car tonight. Going to be out here trying to run for his championship. And James Nelson, barely edging out Curtis Sauburn in last Friday's race, folks. If you saw it, that was a pretty fun race. If not, go back and check that out. But unfortunately for Curtis, unable to make it to the Final Four. But that is your Final Four drivers. We're going to get a word with those guys here pre-race before we get started here. So bear with me while I get those guys brought in. But points are out. It doesn't matter, folks. Wherever these guys finish, whichever one of these four drivers finishes ahead of the other three will be crowned your champion tonight. They could be the back four, but I'm looking at times here in practice, folks, and the top four on the charts on speed right now is Michael Kerjelak, followed by Kenneth Pack. Zulu is third with James Nelson fourth. So your Final Four are the fastest four here in Phoenix right now. But that's hard to say, fastest four at Phoenix. But we're going to see who's fastest for the entirety of this race, as we're going to race 188 laps here tonight around this 1 mile track. We're going to have a stage break at the end of lap 36. Then we'll have another stage break at the end of lap 111, and then we're going to run this thing all the way out to lap 188. They have 5 sets of tires, plus the one set that they start on, 60% fuel, and that one fast repair in case they get into an incident. But let's go ahead and see if we can get these drivers in here and have a word with them before we get into qualifying here. We're going to bring in, let's bring in Michael Kerjelak in the 19. Let me see if I can find him here. Michael Kerjelak, David up in the booth, you got me? Hey, Michael, you get a copy? I can see Michael queuing up, but I don't have audio on him. I'm going to send him back for now, and I'll grab one of the others, and we'll come back to Michael. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll give that a shot. Okay, let's see if we can bring in Mr. Kenneth Pack. Kenneth, Dave up in the booth, you got me? Okay, strangely enough, let me see what's going on. I think this is going to be on my end. I'm going to have to take a quick look here and see why I cannot hear these guys. I see what's happened here. Bear with me just a minute, Kenneth. I'll get this straightened out. Hey, Kenneth Pack, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, now I've got you. Somehow Discord changes my audio all the time, buddy. Listen, man, here you are, man. Final. This is the end. This is the championship 4. You're in it, setting second on the chart on the speed charts right now in this practice. What you got for us tonight, man? You gonna win this thing?
I hope so. Always like I always do. Better on the longer run, I guess.
Okay, so is that the key to your race here tonight? Is getting those guys on the long run?
That last stage, I would think we'll probably get a long enough run. I think that will come into play.
Hey, listen, what is the fuel mileage looking like out there so I have an idea, and the folks at home have an idea of what's going on?
I've been able to, on a whole fuel run, I've been able to go around about 54, 55 laps.
Okay, very interesting. Well, listen, man, we're going to send you back. Good luck out there tonight, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
I hope so.
All right, Kenneth, good luck, man.
Thank you very much.
See ya. All right, that was Kenneth Pack. We'll see if we can bring in Michael Kurgelak now that I've fixed my issues. Hey, Michael, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy. I had some audio issues. That was on my side. I apologize for that, but we got it all squared away. Folks at home can hear you loud and clear. So listen, man, you're currently setting the fastest on the chart in this practice by just, I think, 2/100ths of a second over Kenneth Pack. But what are your chances of breaking out a win here, or at least finishing in front of everybody else and getting that championship for us tonight?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it. I say I'm winning it. I'm winning it all.
All right,
it's
man.
all mine.
That's what I want to hear. That's what everybody at home wants to hear as well. Is the confidence, and it sounds like you've got it, buddy. So listen, man. Now, what's the key to doing it?
Stay out front and just make sure nobody's in front of you. Is my goal.
That is the best way to get it done, buddy. Well, listen. You will have a good race out there tonight, man. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, I hope so too, man.
All right. That was Michael Kurgelak in the number 19 Ford. Says you just got to stay in front of everybody else. That's a pretty accurate statement. We're going to bring in Zulu, see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Zulu, man. This is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, hi, Dave.
Hey, man. Listen, You're in the 4 for the championship, man. All you've got to do is beat 3 other drivers tonight. Can you get it done for us?
I hope so. I think I'm not the favorite one. I think Kenneth and Michael is the favorite of the champion, and yeah, James is the actual champion. So I have no pressure. Really. Okay. They have, but I don't.
All right. Well, hey, it's good not to have any pressure coming into this thing, you know? It's pressure's off. All you got to do is get out there and get at them, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, good luck tonight. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing, and hopefully we're going to crown a champion one way or the other. It might as well be you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We're gonna send you back and get a word with James real quick, and then we'll let you guys get into qualifying. But good luck.
Thank you.
Yep. That was Zulu in the number 98 pink and black Toyota. Let's see if we can get a word with Mr. James Nelson. James, Dave in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Dave. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I wish this race would hurry up and get going.
Well, man, listen. It's you are kind of the head guy in this this whole league. You kind of head everything up, and you're in the final 4, or I should say championship 4. You're currently you've dropped to 5th on the speed chart. Looks like Benny Campbell bounced up in there, but you're fast. What's it going to take to get it done tonight?
I'm going to need Benny to go ahead and wreck Kenneth, and when that happens, if Kurt to get kind of caught up in that, maybe I'll have a chance with Zulu. We'll see. I don't know. Everybody in the top 4 is really quick. Kenneth has got amazing stats, and he's only run about half the races. He's going to be a major beast to defeat. Kurt has put in massive amounts of work. See what I can pull off. You never know what's going to happen, but I got some stout competition, that's for sure.
Hey, buddy, well, here's one thing I can say for you. You're a winner already, man. You've put on one hell of a league here with the Quick Finishers Racing League. You've done a phenomenal job this season. All you've got to do is close out this one last race, get yourself in front of those other 3 cars at the end of this thing, and and you've got it locked in as the champion. But good luck tonight, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing, bud, and crowning you as the champion.
We'll see what happens. I hope so.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep, we'll talk to you later. That was
All right,
James Nelson in the number 75 Auto Serve machine. Speaking of Auto Serve, you can check them out if you're in the Charlestown, West Virginia area. Be sure and go get your vehicle serviced. Give your vehicle some love there. Give get it tuned up, get it taken care of. AutoServe has been a great sponsor this season for the Quick Finishers Racing League. But, yeah, so that's your 4. That's the 4 you're really going to watch tonight. Now, there's going to be 13. I'm seeing 13 cars right now entering this race. So any one of these 13 drivers can win this thing tonight. Let's take a look at practice speeds real quick. I'll see if I can pull those up in the tower for us there. Yeah, Michael Kurgelak currently sitting at the top of the field, getting ready to start qualifying here. Kenneth Pack was second quickest. Benny Campbell bounced up there to third quickest overall. But qualifying is getting started here, folks. We're going to jump down real quick and do our pre-race national anthem, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Please rise if you're able and remove your hat as the United States Navy Band performs our national anthem.
All right, a huge shout out to the United States Navy Band for their rendition of our national anthem. As you can see, qualifying is underway. Zulu jumps to the top of the charts with a 27.581 on his first lap. Now Kenneth Pack able to take over that position with a 27.569. Michael Kurgelak, second lap, a little quicker than it was the first time with a 27.680. That puts him third quickest so far. Zulu now taking over that top spot from Pack with a 27.419. Big trouble for the 75. As the 75 gets into the wall on his lap here, it's going to not be the effort he was looking for. Kenneth Pack's second lap, a little bit slower than his first lap there. Ryan Steinhoff is out on the track now for his second lap. First lap in at a 27.803. Oh, it actually just ended that second lap. I think they're about wrapped up, folks. We have 4 drivers. James Nelson didn't get a time due to the issue we saw in real time there. James Bowden, Nathan Christensen, and Michael Bovair. We'll get you a full field rundown once they get to the starting grid. It looks like Zulu is going to be your pole sitter here tonight. Continuing to have a little bit of audio issues. You don't think you're seeing the problem at home, but definitely having some problems in the Discord with what it's seeing. So we'll see how that plays out. There we go. I think we got it straightened out, but it's hard to tell. But we appreciate you watching here on the SimWorld Racing Network as you have all season long. It's been a fun season for the Quick Finishers Racing League. It's been a fun season here at SimWorld Racing Network between the All-American Racing League Truck Series, their Cup Series, and right here on the Quick Finishers Racing League, which has put on one heck of a battle all season long. We did have a late entry. It looks like Michael Bovair was able to get in the race as well. So, 13 cars going to take the field here tonight. I'm hoping that I'm not missing grid here. We're going to see here shortly. Not really getting much updates. Let's see if we start to see the cars grid up here. I think the time, there we go. Now we've got it. So qualifying times. Let's see if we can bring up your qualifying times here. Ay. Everything went awry. There we go. Wouldn't be a race, folks, if we didn't have a little bit of issue there. But let's go ahead and take a look at our qualifying order tonight. Checking out my boxes here, making sure everything is up and ready. As you see the cars taking the grid. All right, on the pole tonight is Zulu in the pink and black Toyota, that number 98. Be watching for Zulu all night long to try and get this done and win himself a championship. Sitting on the pole in the final race with Kenneth Pack, another driver in this championship battle. Starting outside of row 1 in second position, Michael Kurgelak, your third driver, going to be third place driver starting on the inside row, second lane. He's also running for the championship tonight. Benny Campbell will start fourth on his outside. Dustin Matney will start fifth with Ryan Steinhoff in sixth. Seventh is Curtis Sauburn with Gregory Robinson to his outside. Tyrone Yo Jr. starts in the ninth position tonight. And outside of him will be James Nelson, who's also in this championship hunt with Nathan Christensen and James Bowden rounding out row 6. And row 7 will be Michael Bovair starting in the 13th position. Getting ready to get this thing going here, folks. As the pace car is off, we'll come around to the flag man and get this thing started. Green flag is in the air. They head off down into turn 1 using that dog leg down there. Now the Zulu with that inside line gets an advantage here. Michael Kurgelak able to slip around the 16 to take over second spot. Kurgelak says, I'm going to go get him. I'm going to win this. But the 16 battling back now to his inside as they head down the backstretch. Inside going through 3 and 4. Position will go to the 16. They swap spots there for a second as the 16's using the dog leg. You see the 12 using the dog leg as well. It's a little dangerous getting down there what we call the dog leg. When you see them go way down to the inside of the track there, that's dangerous because these cars bottom out really, really bad when they get down on that that flat part of the track. Just the exchange from the banking to the bottom. We'll see if Matney does it again this time as he comes off of 4. If he cuts it hard left right there, the car gets all out of shape as it hits that. It makes it a little uncontrollable. But so far, so good. Everyone able to make their way through. James Nelson trying to carve his way up through the field. Currently still where he started in the 10th position. We'll see if he's able to make some progress as the race goes on. As the 2 is now trying to take a look to his inside. Zulu got about a 4-car length lead over the 16, kind of holding that pretty steady, about a half second, 0.6 of a second over the rest of the field here. So Michael Kurgelak's trying to make some headway, trying to catch back up to this 16. Everyone right now kind of the gaps are kind of staying equal. No real big movers or losers at this point. Nathan Christensen, he's up 3 spots in that number 33 machine. up to the 8th position now. James Nelson has moved up to 9th, getting around the 3 of Gregory Robinson. Saw the 16 get kind of wiggly there off the corner. It really appeared to get a little bit loose on the 16, but now he's gaining speed. He's now caught up to the back of this 98. Don't know if the 98's maybe backing off of it just a bit, possibly, to kind of save some of that tire for a longer run. Not really sure. So far here, just 7 laps in. Again, we're going to run this thing out to lap number 36 for the first stage. Fuel should not be an issue for that run. However, I know times are going to fall off. I don't think anyone will try to pit unless we see a caution flag for incident. But we'll just have to see what these drivers decide to do. Dustin Matney having an issue falling through the field just a bit there. Matney very slow on the track. See if we can go back, see what happened to Matney real quick. So we see Matney on the track here. He had some kind of issue there. Oh, right there off the corner. Gets really loose off of 4, down and smashes into the inside wall. It's unfortunate. Wow, the 75 so lucky to just graze the door there just a bit. Zulu continues to lead here, pulled back out to 0.5 of a second, just a half a second now, over Kenneth Pack and Michael Kurgelak. Again, your front 3 right now, all running for a championship. The next driver running for a championship is James Nelson back here in the 8th position. He's up 2 from where he started just 10 laps ago. Now up to 8th. We'll see if he's able to rebound from that crash he had in qualifying. Front 3 still holding tight where they've been. No real change really throughout the field right now. We're gonna see if we can maybe jump on board with this 16 and see what he's dealing with here right behind our leader. See if I can find you folks a good view. I believe he's wearing our helmet cam tonight, so we'll see if we can jump on board. If we can get our producers to pull up the helmet cam, that would be great. Riding on board with Kenneth Pack out of Greer, South Carolina. So we see Kenneth downshifting to 4th here through 1 and 2. Bring up the track map for you folks as well. Cuts that dog leg. You can see how rough it is there. And you do a shift there too, up to 5th, and then it'll go back down to 4th here in 1 and 2. Kind of rolling that higher line is the 16. Jump back here on board with Michael Kurgelak right behind this battle. Michael Kurgelak out of Louisville, Kentucky. Again, running for a championship. The 2 guys in front of him are currently preventing that from happening for Kurgelak, but as Kurgelak told us at the beginning, he had a lot of confidence. He's put in a lot of practice for this race and says he's going to get it done. And I wouldn't count him out of this thing ever. see what it looks like from the leader. The best view in the house. No one in front of you. As we ride on board with Zulu out of... I should try to pronounce it because I haven't tried all season. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. He's from Hungary. And I'm not going to do that for Catalan's sake. Thank you, Catalan. Let's go back and check on James Nelson. Oh, what happened there? Okay. Go back and check on our fourth driver running in the sixth position, James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Is the league owner here for the Quick Finishers Racing League. Be sure and check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/QFRL. Search QFRL and you'll find them if you're interested in running in the Quick Finishers Racing League. It's been a great season here, folks. You can't go wrong. They really, really run a really good show here. Apparently there's some sort of alien invasion going on outside of my broadcast booth as we see a battle for the lead heating up between the 16 and the 98. I'll explain that in a little bit, folks, as I was just notified there is something crazy in the sky above my house. So I don't know. I guess they're going to bring me some video of it. So I'll let you know what that is or what we believe it is once I've seen the video myself. As the 16 is run down, Zulu got really close there for a moment and then... now kind of backing off a little bit as he drives it in really deep, gets really close. Now the 19's in the picture as well. Battle heating up for the lead and for the championship. Now this is still way early in the race to be talking about the championship. It's like talking about the championship at Daytona in February, right? You really can't do that then. But no, it's a little different, I guess. But this race, the way, however it shakes out between these four drivers with the green banners on the windshields, is how your championship's going to end. It's going to be your top four in the points at the end of this thing. Right now, the 98 of Zulu sitting on the pole and commanding this race, you know, saying, I'm here to win this thing. Led all 22 laps so far. Again, we're going to have a break here just shortly. Looks like lap 36. We'll have a stage break. Everybody will come in and get fresh tires and fuel and all that good stuff and get them a sip of water. And get back out here to battle this thing out for another stage to lap 111. Ryan Steinhoff in the fifth position here in his number 74 Exalta Chevrolet. Having a great run here so far in the fifth position. Got Benny Campbell in that number 27. Unsponsored, folks. Get a hold of Quick Finishers Racing League on Facebook if you'd like to see your business on this car, or any of these cars for that matter. And these guys can hook you up. But that 27 running unsponsored for the last several races. So, you know, do what you do if that's what you want to do. The battle for second heating up. I mean, it's still the battle for the lead. These three drivers just under a blanket, really, when you think about this 1 mile track here at Phoenix. It looks like Zulu is a little faster, maybe through 1 and 2 here. And then you're going to see right through 3 and 4, it seems the 16 seems to close in, or has been the past several laps. Not so much that lap, but let's take a look at the lap times as they run through here and see what that's showing us. I mean, the last lap by, your fastest car on the track was Zulu, the leader, the 28.112. It's what you want to be. You want to be out front and the fastest car, running the fastest laps. We'll see what they are as they cross the line this time by. Don't believe that may not be updating. Let me see. No, we'll take. I'll tell you. Oh, actually, it did 1:28.122 that time. Still the fastest. Well, the fastest that time by was James Nelson running a 28.114. So Nelson back in the 6th position. He's lost a spot since we last checked on him, but or no, he's still in the 6th position. Okay, still up 4 from where he started. Nathan Christensen behind him, 3 seconds back of him. Actually, yes. There he is. Up 4 positions as well to the 7th spot. The battle is still raging up front as Kerjalak slipped up a little bit there, and the or is that no, that's the lapped car. That's the lapped car of Matney now that's in between Kerjalak and Pack. So that 12 is on a little bit fresher tires. I believe he came in when he had that issue, got some fresh tires put on that car, and he's able to run down these leaders trying to get one of his laps back here. This is the final showdown, folks, for the Quick Finishers Racing League Championship race right here at Phoenix Raceway of Avondale, Arizona, as caution is out on the track. And, folks, not good news. Looks like James Nelson may have had an issue here. We're going to take a look. From what it's showing me, James Nelson may have had an issue here, bringing out that yellow flag. Oh, as you see him just get really loose and hooks it hard into the outside wall. Oh, man, the hits keep coming for this 75, unfortunately. Started in qualifying with an incident very similar to that in qualifying. Put him in the tail end of the field, but, we were going to come up on a stage break here at lap 36, so I imagine they're going to get a restart in. But I'm just curious if we're going to see these drivers come down pit road. I see no, so they chose not to, but Steinhoff is in, Christensen is in, Sauber is in, Bowden is in, Yo is in, Nelson is in, but our top 4 stayed out on track. Top 4 stayed out, so we have to keep an eye on the tire sets now. These guys are going to come in and take tires here. They'll probably stay out at the end of the stage break, would be my guess, which is going to unfortunately put Zulu, Kenneth Pack, Michael Kerjalak, and Benny Campbell back in the pack a little bit after the stage breaks. We're basically going to go green, maybe run 1 or 2 laps, and we'll be at the end of the stage. Nelson getting some damage repaired on that car, spending quite a bit of time here on pit road. We'll make sure he gets going and does not go a lap down. I see the leaders are coming, but, he's aware of that as well. Oh, no. He may not. Okay, there he goes. He's going to beat the leaders off of pit road, maximizing the amount of time he could get the damage repaired without using that quick repair. Oh, wow. The pits, I assume, were closed, so he had to stop. That's going to put him down a lap. Now, fortunately for him, they're going to restart here and only run a lap or 2 before we have a caution flag for the end of the stage. So I think we're going to be okay. Or I think James is going to be okay. Just very unfortunate for Nelson to have the issue that he had there. Oh, he may be having some network issues as well. That is not a fun way to come into the playoffs. Yeah. The lights are off on the pace car, stacking them up 2 by 2. We're going to get this thing going again here for the final showdown here. They're going to run, it looks like they're going to take the green on lap 35. We're going to run to the end of lap 36 and throw a caution flag. So really this is just about maintaining your starting position, or if you're a little bit further back, trying to maybe gain a spot or two here on this restart. One thing to watch here tonight, folks, is at the start-finish line. At the start-finish line, they cannot drop down below the, or pull out a line until they cross that start-finish line. That would give an unfair advantage to the drivers behind the leaders if they were allowed to do that. So that's just something not really permitted here. So they're in the Geico restart zone. The 98 fires off. Oh, yeah. Not sure. I don't think the 19 will be penalized for that, but it did kind of move out of line, just didn't go down on the apron before then. So 19 able to take over the second position with that move. Not sure how the race stewards will see it. It's the battle now for second spot heating up. There's 1 lap to go in the stage, folks. Caution flag will come out at the end of this lap. Your leader and leader of every lap so far is the 98 of Zulu. He's now followed by Michael Kerjlak and Kenneth Pack, all 3 running for a championship here tonight. 4th car in the championship hunt is the 75, and again, Nelson is 1 lap down due to that incident he had just a minute ago. Kind of stayed a little too long on pit road, got himself down a lap, but he'll get that back here with the lucky dog. I believe he's the first car 1 lap down. Yes, he is. Caution is out. Caution is out. That will be the end of your stage here, folks. I'm going to step away for just a moment, leave you with the leaders. I'll be right back with you in just a second.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back here with you. As Curtis Sauburn is currently your leader, staying out there, as he pitted earlier, he and Ryan Steinhoff. And then you got Zulu in the 3rd spot with Michael Kerjlak 4th, as James Bowden is in. Nelson is in. Nelson will restart at the tail end of the longest line. So, real quick UFO update. It looks kind of weird. Kind of a cube-looking thing in the sky here that had some really colorful lights, just different lights on it, and then just took off really fast. So, not sure if you believe in that stuff or whatever. It's definitely weird looking, for sure. I don't know. Nothing I've really... I don't know. Maybe it's a drone. Nothing I've really seen, but something above our head here. So anyway, not going to be too concerned about it. I hope they come in peace. Curtis Auburn having a little fun with the pace car driver here. He's riding right on the door. Hopefully our pace car driver doesn't take out the sand barrels like they did in the championship race the other weekend that Joey Logano ended up winning. Pace car driver tried to dive to pit road. If you've missed it, you should look it up on YouTube. Not right now because you're watching this, but at some other point, it's kind of funny. The pace car went to dive off, and the Toyota pace car that was there kind of broke traction and just slammed into the barrels. But yeah, getting these cars stacked up. Pace car dives off. Going to go green. I think this is a long straightaway before they get into the Geico restart zone here, but getting ready to go green for the start of stage number 2. Going to run this one to lap 111. Lap 111. Curtis Auburn fires off. The Geico restart zone gets a good jump out over the 98 and the 74. 98's going to use that dog leg to try to gain that second spot. And does. He clears the 74 going through 1 and 2. Battle a little further back. The 19 and 16 still stuck together. So they're battling for that 4th position. So 27 and 33 right behind them. Curtis Auburn now under fire by the 98. 98 wants that lead back, looking to his inside. To the inside of the 54 is Zulu. Zulu trying to make that pass to regain the lead that he lost by the pit cycle. Should have the preferred line here going through 3 and 4 and is now clear. Back to the lead once again is Zulu. Oh, we have a wreck happening. Steinhoff, he's off the track, so I don't know if we'll get a caution flag here. He's into the inside wall. No caution flag. We stay green as he was off the racing surface. He continues on. We're going to stay green. We'll go take a look at that wreck just to see if there was any contact or anything that caused it. Watch this 74 Exalta machine. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about, folks. Oh, the 19. Not sure. He may have got a little piece of the Exalta machine as he wrecked. But yeah, so the 74 just having problems there. As I was talking about, that darn dog leg. That dog leg is something else. It's very, very tough to get across that. You bottom out. There's plastic underneath these cars that I guess it's a form of plastic, but basically it creates all the downforce, and that sucker will drag the asphalt and really make the car feel uncomfortable. It upsets the way the tires are making contact to the track, because literally you're hitting that and bouncing off of it when you drop down there. So it's a risk versus reward thing to go down to the dog leg. Let's see if the 16 goes down there. He goes right back down there. No problem for the 16. And the further you go down through the dog leg, the further you cut down there, the harder the hit is. Zulu now out to 1.1 seconds over Kenneth Pack. Benny Campbell in the 3rd position. Battle for the 4th position between the 54 of Curtis Auburn and Michael Kerjelak. Michael Kerjelak also running for that championship. I'm going to keep repeating that all night, folks. So if you don't know, you will know. You'll have those numbers and drivers memorized, as Beauvair's had an issue on track. Let's see if we can find out what maybe happened to Michael Beauvair. He's trying to get it turned around, but the caution flag is out as he is on the racing surface. We'll see exactly what happened to Bovair to cause that incident. Yes, he's coming through 4 there. Exiting 2. His car just gets loose, and this track is so flat and these corners are so fast that it's just so easy for the car to step out on you. As Gregory Robinson is bringing his car to pit road, get some service done. Maybe trying to get off sequence from the leaders, see if he can jump out to a second win on the season, second win in the league if he could win tonight. But you're watching the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series, the final Showdown championship race. Right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Be sure and smash that thumbs up button if you enjoy what you're seeing here tonight. It helps it go a long way here to getting this out to other folks that may be interested in it. If you want to share it with somebody else, a friend, family member, if you know other people that these drivers know and you want them to see it as well, be sure and share this thing. Get them in here talking with you about what's happening to your favorite drivers as the car's 1 or more laps down, I believe. Tyrone Yo, James Bowden, they may be on the lead lap. Not sure why they would have waited to come in, though. That's the concern there. Yeah, so they are on the lead lap. Not sure. Maybe Robinson may have come in too early for his pit stop. The pits may not have been open. We'll have to see if he gets penalized for that or not. Puts him to the tail end of the field. Zulu has been a dominating force here so far tonight. 51 laps in. He hasn't been passed by another car tonight. Now he did give up the lead, but it was due to pitting out of sequence. Some other drivers pitted out of sequence right before the stage break, which allowed them to kind of jump a couple cars to jump ahead of him. For the restart of that, didn't take him but a lap or two to regain the lead and put this Toyota back out front. Here for the Quick Finishers Racing League championship race, in which he is in the hunt. So, this is going to get interesting, folks, to see what these drivers can do to have their names stamped in history with the Quick Finishers Racing League, becoming a champion. As the pace car is off, we're going to stay on the gyro cam for this restart as we will see Zulu come back up through the gears. He's getting downshifting here now to get ready to restart inside the Geico restart zone. And then we'll watch him come up through the gears as he'll head off into turn 1 here in just a bit. But coming into the Geico restart zone right up here, you see the Geico on the wall and down on the flat of the surface to your left. Fires off. You can hear that car slam off the track onto the flat and then slam back up onto the track. It's pretty impressive for these drivers to be able to hold on to those cars when that happens. I did it a couple of weeks ago here with the All-American Racing League, and it's tricky. It's tricky to be able to do it and maintain it lap after lap after lap, because it only takes one time of the car stepping sideways and you are finding yourself toward the back of the field. Let's get an update on James Nelson after going a lap down. He smacked the wall there. Started at the rear. I mean, he's kind of having the same race that, I don't know if you guys caught the Xfinity race. That Justin Allgaier came out as the champion, but he wrecked his car in practice, had to go to a backup car. Same kind of thing happened to the 75. He wrecks his in qualifying and to start at the rear. For Allgaier was able to run all the way up to the front. Then he got some penalties. In this case, the 75 smacks the wall again. Lap down, had to get the lap back. Same thing Justin did. Now Justin came out the champion. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So it's not over for the 75 of Nelson. Currently in the 6th position here. Kenneth Pack. Oh, we missed the pass for the lead. We're going to go back and check that out real quick because I don't want us to miss what happened. Zulu's going to try to take it back, but we're going to look real quick at the replay. See exactly what happened. Zulu had a heck of a lead, so I'm not sure what happened to him. Oh, Zulu had a slip up. Let's check that again. We're going to look at that again. I'm not sure exactly because I was selected on Kenneth. We're going to see if we can get on Zulu here and see what happens. Yeah, just that flat. You can see him sliding right there, and then he finally gets it under control, but lost all of that speed. Going to go back live now, as that was how the pass was made. Kenneth Pack now 0.3 of a second over Zulu. James Nelson just moved into the 5th position, getting around the 33 of Christensen. He's now going to set his sights on this 19 of Kerjalak. Kerjalak slamming her down there through the dog leg. I'm really curious to see if Kenneth Pack uses the dog leg himself this next lap by, now that he's out to the lead. Some drivers will to defend the position if another car's close, but for me, if I didn't have a car close to passing me and I didn't need to gain any spots, I certainly wouldn't use it. But Kenneth Pack does. He uses a little bit of it. You can see these guys toward the front really not using as much of that dog leg as some of the guys further back that really need to get an advantage. The 98 is under fire by the 27. Kerjalak's wanting those guys to race so that he can get back up into this picture. We're on lap 60 of 111 in stage 2. Again, we will have a break at lap 111 as the 27 now working around the outside of the 98 to take over that second spot. Kenneth Pack wants to see this in his mirror. The more they're racing behind him, the further away he can get. Zulu able to get back by pretty easily. That Toyota is absolutely, he's bad fast. That's might be a Rusty Wallace term, bad fast. But yeah, he's bad fast. He's starting to pull away from the 27 and run down the 16 once again. So he's now going to try to look to the inside of the 16. He made a dive there. I don't think he was close enough to make it happen, but gets the 16 looking in his mirror nonetheless. James Nelson is about 2.3 seconds behind the leader. Just, I mean, you know, considering it's really not that far. He's back in this thing. He's got about 1.3 seconds to catch up to Michael Kerjalak, which is one of the 4 drivers he needs to beat tonight. Kerjalak's looking ahead. He's got the 27 of Benny Campbell, which was the All-American Racing League Truck Series champion this season. Running in the 3rd position here. Not in the running for the championship tonight, but a champion in his own rights nonetheless. Fast driver. As Zulu now looks to the inside of the 16. Kind of gets a run there, but unable to move up. Running that higher line through 1 and 2. I've seen that work with a lot of drivers over my years of running here at Phoenix, and it seems to be really quick if you can make it work. It's tough because the track is flat. It's really tough to get the car to stick through that corner with the speed that you need to running that outside line. But if you can do it and do it well, you can get a really good drive off and just gap these guys, as you can see Kenneth Pack has done here tonight. these drivers get ever so close to that turn 4 exit, the wall there. It's kind of crazy feeling. We now see him heading through 1 and 2. The 16 running that couple grooves up. 27 down there on the bottom. Hope all the virtual fans in the stands are having a good time, but more importantly, I hope you're watching at home or having a great time here on the SimWorld Racing Network. As it's a blast for me here tonight, and David Lurfano, I'm going to go ahead and pass this along to the folks at home. He wanted me to let everyone know he really appreciates you guys showing up each and every week as well. Unfortunately, another work-related thing had him out of town this week, so unable to make it here tonight on the broadcast. But I know Dave's watching, or trying to as best he can. I know he's probably traveling right now, to be honest. But Dave, we miss you up here in the booth, bud, and I appreciate you. It's been a hell of a season calling these races with you week in and week out. '16 of Kenneth Pack now starting to close in on a lapped car, starting to run down James Bowden. James Bowden currently already 1 lap down. Wants to stay ahead of these guys to remain 1 lap down, at least until lap 111, but I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately for him, unless he gets a caution here real quick for incident or something, in jeopardy of going 2 laps down here. The 19 of Kurgelak starting to apply some pressure to the 27 of Benny Campbell. Wants to take away that position and put himself closer to these leaders. We now have, folks, we have all 4 of your Championship 4 drivers in the top 5. Oh, as the 27 gets loose, starts to wiggle, and the 19 takes an evasive action, gets down to his inside through the dog leg, going to make that pass. Zulu starting to run down our leader now. Now just a couple of car lengths separating the top 2 drivers here. Zulu leading the most laps so far. Kenneth Pack wanting to get a piece of that action. Currently leads and has led for probably the last 15 or 20 laps. But Zulu is starting to run him down. We did talk to, when we talked to Kenneth before the race, if you missed that interview, he said he's all about the long run here, but it seems to be the same for Zulu. Zulu said he has no pressure here tonight, doesn't feel any pressure from anything. He came in here assuming these other guys were going to be the favorites, but setting on the pole and leading the most laps and now applying pressure to the 16 on the long run, he may just very well be the guy to beat. Don't tell that to Michael Kurgelak, who let us know early on that he intends to come out here and win this thing. And he had me as a believer, folks. The way he was saying it in that interview, if you missed it, you can go back and check it out on the VOD when this thing's done. He has me believing that he was going to do it. He said it's his for the taking, and he's going to take it. Currently running in the 3rd position, 3rd of the championship drivers. James Nelson with early woes, but able to get back up here into the top 5 in the middle of stage 2 here. Now looking to try to take 4th and make this a 4-way battle for the lead and the championship between championship-only drivers if he can get around this 27 of Benny Campbell. The lap car of James Bowden, I mentioned it, that he was close to going a lap down, but he's been able to hold on to the advantage that he has over our leader in the 16. That's not going to help the 16 a whole lot. He's having to stay in dirty air. As you can see, he goes high again through 1 and 2. Really seems to like that line, and it's working well for him. Able to hold the 98 at bay for the time being. If you're just tuning in, this is the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series Championship race, the final showdown at Phoenix. I won't repeat my analogy about the whole Phoenix Rising thing that I messed up on earlier, but yeah, you get the gist of it. This is shaping up to be one heck of a battle, a heck of a championship run for all four of these drivers, as James Nelson was able to get around the 27, put himself into P4, now running fourth of the championship drivers, but only has 3 more cars to pass. And has 110 laps to do so, folks. So we are now lap 78 of 188. We're looking at the pink and black Toyota of Zoltan Nuj. That's the Budapest Exile rugby team, I believe is what it is. It's been rocking those colors all year long. Rugby, a tough sport. If you've never watched it, you just got to watch it. I would say go out there and do it, but yeah, whew. He sat on the pole here tonight. Kenneth Pack in the number 16 Prisma Health Machine, your leader. The American Heart Association celebrating 100 years. He's been rocking this paint scheme all season long as well. Got auto serve on it, and always seems to do an excellent job on the long run, especially. We called him Kenneth Podium Pack. He finishes in the top 3 so much. And like I believe was mentioned earlier in the interviews as well, Kenneth Pack, he's one of those guys, he hasn't been able to complete all the races due to, work and such, but still was able to make it through to the championship round, as James Nelson has dropped from the 4th position to come on down pit road here. He's going to split this stage up. Coming down on lap 82, he's going to be the first driver in the pits for a stop. We'll see if that's going to cause these other leaders to panic and bring their cars down for a stop as well. I imagine he's going to take 4 tires here. Right sides are up. Nathan Christensen is coming in. Now, what he doesn't want to see here, folks, is a caution flag. Caution flag would trap him down a lap before the other drivers get a chance to get in and pit. Curtis Sauburn is now in. Gets service to his vehicle. Kenneth Pack still on track as your leader. These guys who come into pit, they are hoping a caution does not fly before the pit cycle completes, as that would be bad news. Nelson wants this thing to run all the way out so that maybe he gains some of that position back here under with fresh tires, as Zulu is in. Zulu down pit road. Gets it woed down to the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit here on pit lane to make sure that he's not speeding. You don't want to get a violation here. You want to get in your box nice and smooth. You have to have everything play out here, folks. It's so important to have a good in and out of your box, especially under green flag stops like this. Kenneth Pack now on pit road. Michael Kerjelak following him down. We'll see how much James Nelson would be able to gain, as he was running some of the fastest lap times. Matter of fact, he ran 27.70, which was so much faster than anybody else on the track there his last lap around. Zulu's service is down and away. Kenneth Pack heading around to get into his box. Benny Campbell's currently your leader, followed by Dustin Matney, Ryan Steinhoff, Tyrone Yo, and Gregory Robinson as Pack gets in his box. The 19 in his box clean. Right sides are up for both drivers. Dustin Matney is now on pit road. Let's see where James Nelson comes out in relation to these drivers. They're coming off pit road now. He's going to be right there on the bumper of the 16. There you have it. Able to short pit and gain a bunch of position on on what was our leader in the 16. Zulu losing a bit of time. Oh, as he gets sideways there, that's not going to help. Going to have to gather that thing back up as Michael Kerjelak's now going around to his inside through 1 and 2. Benny Campbell still out on track, is your leader. He's making these guys nervous as there's only 4 cars left on the lead lap as of right now. Steinhoff is on pit road, so that's going to leave 3 on the lead lap. But if this thing cycles through, Kenneth Pack will be your leader with James Nelson in second. That will be your battle for the lead if this thing makes it all the way through, cycles all the way through, as we anticipate it will. Tyrone Yo is, I thought he was in, but he's not. Steinhoff is in. Yo, maybe. I'm not sure what happened with Yo there. I'm getting some weird stuff from Yo. He may have... Oh, no. Oh, no for Yo. Still showing him on track. He may be having some network issues as well. Benny Campbell's still out there leading this thing. Campbell, Robinson, and Yo, all 3 on the lead lap. They've lapped the field for the moment. The battle for the lead, once this cycles, will be between Kenneth Pack and James Nelson. Heck of a rally for Nelson. I don't think these drivers can go all the way. That's another 20 laps. Yeah, I don't think they can go another 20 laps here. Michael Kerjelak and Zulu battling for that, what is the 6th and 7th position here. However, once it cycles, will be for the third and 4th position. Zulu now trying to look to the inside of the 19. 19 running that higher line through 1 and 2. Tyrone Yo is on pit road to get his service. It's going to leave just Gregory Robinson and Benny Campbell on the lead lap for the moment. And as far as the lead lap goes, that's going to be for the win. Like if a caution were to come out and trap these guys down, okay, they may not win the race, but the battle for the championship is still between Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Michael Kerjelak, and Zulu. And that's how they run on track right now, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, 1 lap down. I'm going to try to show some love to some other drivers on the track once this battle is completed here, as the 98's now to the inside of the 19. 19 going to use that high line to use the momentum off to carry down this long straightaway, is able to pull back ahead of the 98. Benny Campbell, so the 16 is now unlapped himself, getting around the 27 of Campbell. Campbell is your leader. You've got Gregory Robinson here running in the 2nd position. Still has yet to pit in this sequence. And we've got Kenneth Pack, just got his lap back, running in 3rd, with James Nelson trying to get around the leader now, running in the 4th position. Michael Kerjelak holding on to 5th, but Zulu now trying to get to his outside. He's going to try to cross him over and down into 1, able to get side by side with him. This battle has been going on for several laps, and it seems to always come down to 1 and 2, but the 19 going to carry that momentum once again off the corner. Then you drop back here to the 7th position. We have Nathan Christensen in that number 33 Ford, running in the 7th spot. Dustin Matney, little bit of trouble early on, but rebounding nicely, currently in the 8th spot in that Mother's number 12 Chevrolet. And you got Curtis Sauber back to a Toyota this week in the number 54 Interstate Batteries machine. He's in that 9th position. Ryan Steinhoff in the 74 found the inside wall a little bit earlier after really having a good run in that number 24 Exalta Chevrolet, currently running 10th. And James Bowden running in the 11th position in that Artemis Esports number 53 Ford. And then Tyrone Yo in 12th in that number 2 Chevrolet. Benny Campbell continues to lead Gregory Robinson and Kenneth Pack. James Nelson now back on the lead lap. Michael Kurgelak, I believe, is back on the lead lap as well. He is. So all of our Championship 4 still running 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, but all back on the lead lap here. Unlapped themselves from the leader. Just 11 laps to go here in the stage. Then we will break for stage number 2. Once we do, we're going to grab Curtis Sauber and get him in here for a lap around with Curtis Dale. We kind of missed that last week, but decided to leave it alone. But we're going to make sure we get it in here for the final race of the season here at the final Showdown, Phoenix Raceway. Benny Campbell is in. Campbell is in. Getting service to, going to get service to his vehicle. This should... that'll turn the lead over to Gregory Robinson in the number 3 machine. The number 3 Dow Chevrolet. But unfortunately for Robinson, Robinson's going to have to come pit. But that 16, after unlapping himself, has made it back around and is now just 2.2 seconds behind Robinson. So that's likely going to put Robinson down a lap under the pit cycle, unless he has some type of fuel that I just don't know about. Let's see, he was last down on lap 49. He has like 36 laps more on his tires than does the 16, and that's fuel as well. So yeah, I don't think he can make it another 10 laps here. He's gonna have to bring it to pit road. That's going to be very costly staying out that long. But for Kenneth Pack, he's going to take over the lead, and he's stretched it out to 2.4 seconds over this battle here for the second, for what will be the second position between the 75, the 19, and the 98. So this this sequence really benefited this number 16. Even though he stayed out a little bit longer than the 75, 75's tires going away sooner, and he's now under fire by the 19 for that, what is now currently the 3rd position. Kenneth Pack has regained the lead from Gregory Robinson, getting around him. The 19 slides up almost into the rear of the 75. This is the battle, folks. Kenneth Pack is currently pulled away from everybody at this point. Now, there will be a caution flag here in about 7 laps into lap 111. So that's going to tighten the field back up. But these guys are all battling for the first car to try to chase down the 16 to steal the championship away. So I think the key here is going to be, folks, that last stage. If we get long green flag runs, some of these drivers are going to have to adjust their driving style to try to conserve tires. And it's really tire heat here. Try to keep as much tire. Don't slide the tires as much. Maybe don't shift, don't downshift under load, which tends to burn a little more tire. Try to do everything you can do to keep these tires cool so that you have a shot at beating Kenneth Pack, who clearly seems to be really quick on the long run. He's now out to 3 seconds over James Nelson. It's the 98 now looking once again to the inside of the 19. 19's going to be able to hold him off with that momentum on the outside of 2, possibly. Now the 98's sticking her back in there. Yeah, going to lose that with the momentum. That's such a tough pass to make unless you can really wrap the bottom. Almost going to have to set the driver up for that pass. As now the 19's trying to look to the inside of the 75. He's going to cut the dog leg there really deep on that cut. Now they're going to try to take it 3 wide. Doesn't quite do it. 98 had to check up for the 19 on entry to 1. What a battle for what will be the second position here. Some 3.5 seconds behind the 16 of Pack. So now the 75 falling back just a bit. He did short pit, but now he knows what he's got, right? He knows what he has to do. He's going to have to stay either on the same tire sequence or maybe run a lap or 2 longer than these guys, because his long run speed definitely fell off that of the 16. It was only a 4-lap difference for the 75. He pitted 4 laps before these guys, and they've all 3 been able to get around him. So yeah, gonna have to kind of look at that and see if he can change that up a bit in this final stint. Now the 98 moves into the second position, clearing the 19 and the 75. Now he's going to try to. Was the fastest car early on. Now the 16's probably led about as many laps. Both of these guys been equally quick, but he's got a 4-second gap between himself and the leader to try to make up. Not going to get it done he'll get it done in 2 laps. Promise you that one, because the stage brake's going to come out at the end of lap 111. 19 of Kurgelak trying to take over that second position. It's amazing seeing the 2 different driving lines between these drivers. You see Kurgelak kind of taking an earlier entry into 1 and 2. He'll do it again here. He's gonna dip it down lower. Probably gonna drift up a bit higher than the 98 on exit, and he kind of does there. But definitely down into 1 and 2, you really see you can see the dog leg. He's cutting the dog leg. The 19 is way more. That time he kind of switched it up and went higher, but still able to hold off the 75 of Nelson. We are on lap 111. Should get the end of stage 2. Your stage 2 winner is going to be Kenneth Pack here. As we come to lap 112, should see the caution flag fly here just shortly. Am I wrong about my laps? I mean, folks, I've been wrong before. Nope, there it is. There's the caution flag. At the end of stage 2, your stage 2 winner is Kenneth Pack, followed by Zulu, Michael Kurgelak, and James Nelson. Your championship 4 folks are running 1 through 4 here at the end of stage 2. I'm going to try to get some pit stats here as they come down. If you watch at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the driver's name and their pit times appear. As they come down pit road, it'll kind of start giving you some times of how much time they spend on the pit or in the pit box, on the pit lane altogether. Be watching James Nelson. James Nelson is one of the best I race with as far as getting on and off pit road. As you can see him charge the back of the 19, to get on pit road right there. So let's watch these times and see how they shake out here, folks. All drivers going to take 4 tires here, I would imagine. Most definitely. You're starting the second stage, so you're going to take 4 tires here. Pack gets out of there with looks like a 50, I'm not sure what it showed, 57.15 to Zulu's 58.1, 57.98, and 57.8 for James Nelson. And I know I've been showing a lot of the Championship 4 here tonight, folks, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is the Championship. This is how it's going to end here tonight. I will be sure to show some love to some of the other drivers here tonight. I'm trying to do that. It's tough because not only is this the Championship race, our Championship 4 drivers are all running 1 through 4. Big move for Nathan Christensen. That's going to bring him out off pit road in the 5th position. Gregory Robinson will restart 6th. Dustin Matney in 7th. Benny Campbell in 8th. 9th will be James Bowden. And 10th is Curtis Sauber. Getting back on the lead lap. Wait a minute. James Bowden is not starting, so he's going to start 10th. But back on the lead lap, Tyrone Yo will be the first driver 1 lap down. Let's see if we can get a word with Curtis Sauber and maybe get on board with him here if I can get it done in time. I almost missed it, so we're going to try to get this done here real quick. Curtis, you got Dave in the booth here, man. What's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, watching a great championship battle here, man. I hate it for you that you're not still a part of that, but it's probably a lot less stressful not being a part of that, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. I thought I'd come out here and try to play spoiler, but it ain't working. I'm just going to hang out in the back and enjoy the race from back here.
Yeah, man. Well, what are you experiencing from your car? Is it loose on these flat surfaces, or is that what's happening, or does it seem to push any, or what's really going on?
Yeah, for me, I'm just loose in and then tight in the center. I think I missed my setup just a little bit during the practice. I thought I had it, but since the suns went down, the car's gotten a little worse. So I'm just gonna try to hang on here.
All right. Well, we're gonna let you restart here, man. And if you get an opportunity to take us through some of the stuff, you can. And we're gonna watch you here for a few laps from your helmet cam, and then I'll send you back, bud. Good luck.
Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you all this year. You guys have been great.
Man, it's been our pleasure. It's been a blast up here.
All right, let's take you around. Cut the dog leg here. Get up to 4th. I try to hug this yellow line. Kind of hectic right now in traffic. Try to cut the dog leg again here, try to get out of this traffic. And they're way too hot. That's my fault there. Good looking out for everybody. And that's a lap, boys.
All right, man. Look, looks fun out there. Have fun for the rest of the race, buddy. Last race of the season. Good luck.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, we'll
Y'all have a good day.
Yep. All right, there's a lap around there with Curtis. You can see it's wild out there, folks. It's definitely hard to hold on to these cars. And as you can see it there, he just really got a really good run into one there and wasn't expecting, I guess, the 3 to check up the way he did, or maybe just really wasn't expecting what he got. And it made it very, very interesting, shall we say. It's James Bowden back on pit road here. Not sure what happened. Maybe got a piece of the wall there. Back up front, Kenneth Pack still leading it, but Michael Kerjlak able to get around on the restart, get around Zulu. Now James Nelson and Zulu battling side by side for that 3rd position. "68 laps left in this event to crown a champion, and all 4 championship drivers in the top 4. This is just incredible the way these guys have laid it down all season long, and then they've prepared, got themselves mentally and physically prepared, as the 48 has had an issue. No, he's still sitting on pit road. Okay, I was just seeing him on our track map there. He's just sitting on pit road. I believe he's decided to retire from the event. Or maybe didn't check his quick repair, and it's a lot of repairs there, not sure. But, yeah, battle still continues between the 98 and 75. 98's going to get that run on the high side. 75 able to battle back, though. Really got a real good pull off of 2. Kerjalak with a lot of damage to the left front. I don't remember where that happened. I don't remember if I saw that. Maybe he caught a piece of something earlier and just wasn't affecting the car, so he didn't get anything done with it. Not real certain there, but looks pretty significant as he gets up into the wall. I kind of lost my word altogether, folks. I glitched. That was a glitch. Maybe it had something to do with the aliens. Is Zulu able to get around the 75? Going to try to look to the inside now of the 19. Oh, both the 98 and the 19 into the outside wall on the exit of 2. 98 now trying to look to the outside of the 19. These championship drivers giving it all they have here for you tonight in the final showdown. It's the final race of the season. It's now or never to get this thing done as the laps are winding down at this 1 mile track at Phoenix Raceway. See the 16 whoa, flying by the camera now. The battle for second is on between Zulu and Kerjalak. Zulu looks to the inside, Kerjalak running the outside. 75 of Nelson waiting in the 98 gets by. 75 now going to try to look to get by the 19 as well. I wonder if that damage to the left front, again, we don't know how he got it, but we can see it there. Wonder if that's affecting the handling on that 19 car. As you see, the spoiler is up a little bit down the straightaway. He gets a great run on the 98 heading down into 3. That spoiler is just way up in the air. Not sure how much that's affecting this machine, but there's nothing affecting Kenneth Pack as he's currently leading the race. He is seeing exactly what he wants to see out his windshield, which is nothing. Just clean track, clean air, nothing for a good long ways ahead of him. Clean air is the way to get the maximum flow of air through the nose of the car, through the underneath of this car, to provide downforce on the car due to the underbody here. Battle for third heating up, third and fourth actually. That was a pretty good view of showing you how the 19 has that spoiler really lifted off the ground on the left front. Helping him or hurting him, I don't really know. So he's now trying to battle back around the 98. 98's going to run that high line through 2. See if he can get a good exit here. The 27 is now back into the picture. He's taking that 5th position away from this driver in the RC number 33 machine. Royal Crown car of Nathan Christensen. Ryan Steinhoff back up to 7th. As we see the 3 of Robinson and Curtis Sauburn battling out for the 8th position. Matney trying to get up in there and get a piece of this as well. But out by 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds is Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Podium Pack wants to be Kenneth Champion Pack. But he's going to have to get through Zulu, Kerjalak, and Nelson to make that happen. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network. This is the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series Championship Race. We will crown a champion. Can Kenneth Pack hold on for the last 55 laps of this race? Or will he be run down by the 98, the 19, or the 75? Running 1 through 4 right now are your Championship 4 drivers eligible to win a championship tonight. Highest finishing driver is your champion. Kerjalak really driving it in deep. Maybe that damage not hurting him. His caution is out. Caution is out. Looks like there's been an issue with Nathan Christensen possibly having an issue there. Yeah, a lot of damage to the front of the 33 Royal Crown machine. We're going to jump back and check out this replay to see what happened. He's got the whole left side torn off that car. Let's see what happened with Nathan here. Same story, different car. Gets loose on the exit of 2 there. Just hits hard into the inside wall. Then he's going to loop it here and get nose first into the inside wall, bringing out the caution flag. Pit stops are underway. Kenneth Pack stays out. Zulu stays out, but Michael Kurgelak and James Nelson coming down here. As we see Nelson playing some games there, he's right on the back bumper of that 19 machine. These guys are coming down, taking another set of fresh tires here with just 53 laps to go. This may be the winning move here, folks. If there's no other caution flags, if they can run it all the way out on fuel, I can't remember exactly what. I believe we were told close to 60 laps, so this may be their final stop of the night. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to leave you with Kurgelak and Nelson here. Ooh, as Nelson's able to outperform Kurgelak with a 55.333 to a 56.8. That team getting it done on pit lane again. But I'm going to leave you with these guys on this restart. As they're going to restart, looks like Matney stayed out. No, Matney's coming in now. Oh, 16 and 98 are coming in. They just did not come down the first time around. They saw that these other drivers pitted and have decided to come on down. But that's going to turn the lead over to Nelson. I'm going to step away for just a moment, folks. I'll be right back with you. As the lights are out on the pace car, going to get green this time by as the pace car dives off without issue. Didn't hit those yellow barrels of sand. So James Nelson going to be the control car here in the Geico restart zone this time. See if he's able to hold on to it as he now has a couple of cars between this James Nelson and Michael Kurgelak on the front row. Then there's 2 cars between between them and Zulu and Pack in that third row. That's your championship 4 here. Green flag is in the air. 75 of Nelson getting out to a pretty good jump there over Kurgelak. 27 of Campbell able to follow him on through. Now Zulu trying to look to get around the 19. Pack 3 wide back here. Yikes. He was 3 wide middle, not where he wanted to be. Now drives to the back of the 98. Nelson able to get a buffer between himself and the 19 cars. The 19 smacks the wall just a little bit. The 27 is that buffer between the two. And then you're going to have Kenneth Pack here running in the 4th position. Oh, what is going on back here? The 33 is around and into the wall. That's going to bring out the caution flag. We'll go back and catch that in a little better once we can get a replay here. We'll take us back and take a look, see what happened there. Cautions breed cautions. Let's see what happens with the 33 as he's now outside of the 74. Okay, so he was expecting the 74 was going to cut down a little lower, and the 74 did not. That's going to also spin the 74, it looked like, of Steinhoff. But, well, got him sideways, and he was able to continue. The 2 goes down to the inside wall. No damage there. Ay, caramba. Zulu coming back in. Let's see what Zulu's going to do here. I don't think he's going to take tires. He was just in. Well, he was in for a 10-second stop, so maybe he only took 2 tires that last time. But Zulu down now. Let's see what he decides to do here. Zulu is in. Yo is in. Bowden is in. Looks like Steinhoff is going to come in, get his damage taken care of. Christensen is in, obviously. After he smacked into the wall there. See if they can get this cars freshened up. Comes down and gets left side tires. So he come down to take on left side tires. He took right sides last time. So, yeah. Decided to go ahead and come down and get those left sides. It didn't gain him anything to just take right sides earlier. So I think now he wanted to go ahead and get those on because he clearly didn't have an advantage. The 16 was able to get around him. Unfortunately for Zulu, that's going to put him back in the 8th position on this restart. Nelson is your leader, followed by Benny Campbell, Michael Kerjelak, and Kenneth Pack. Curtis Saubrin is 5th with Dustin Matney 6th. 7th is Robinson. 8th is Zulu. 9th is Ryan Steinhoff. 10th will be James... no, I'm not sure, but they keep moving Tyrone Yo around. Not sure what's happening there. Yeah, Zulu 8th, Tyrone Yo in 9th. Steinhoff will be 10th, Bowden in 11th, and Christensen is coming off pit road now. He'll start in the restart in the 12th position. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green this time by with just 40. Let me do my math right. 45 laps left in this event, folks. 45 laps to crown a champion. Oh, are you excited? I'm excited. Let me know in the chat if you're excited. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Although we're at the end of this season, we have a little bit of a break. Probably going to do some cool stuff in the off season as the pace car dives off. James Nelson will bring us to the Geico restart zone to fire this thing off one more time. Cars head through into the Geico restart zone. James backs him up but doesn't get going. Maybe the wrong gear as the 27 makes the pass to the outside. Now he's battling back to the inside, just stacked up that inside line. Not sure what happened to the 75. Maybe wrong gear. Is the only thing I can figure there to back him up that much, as he was the control car. But if you don't go and the green flag comes out, then the other drivers can take off. And that's exactly what we saw there with the 27. Now the 75 trying to work his way back to the inside. Cuts the dog leg. 16 cuts the dog leg as well, following in behind the 27. 75 looks like he's going to go back to the lead. No, he's up and against the 27. Almost make contact. They may have scrubbed doors a little bit. 27 drives it hard to the outside. Going to make the pass. New leader, Benny Campbell. Now the 75 dives back to the inside as they hit into 3. At the line, it's going to be the 75 of James Nelson. Oh, is he... The 27 gets loose. That's all of the championship cars except for Kerjelak involved in one single incident. Oh, my Lanta. What in the heck did we just see? What did we just see, folks? We're going to go back and take a look at this again, try to dissect what happened here. What a mess for the championship for drivers. What a mess. We're going to keep this in slow-mo from the blimp cam. We're going to speed it up till we get right here, and then we're going to cut it down. Okay, oh, there it is. You saw the 27 just kind of gets hooked. He tries to steer around. It hooks in the right rear of the 75. 75 slides up and into the 16. 98 with nowhere to go. The 19 is going to slip on by this whole deal. Don't know if he'll be the leader. I think Kenneth Pack held on to the lead. 54 is sideways. The 12 of Matney's sideways. 74 gets into the 12. Yeah, this all came down, folks. If we're going to watch it again in real time, this all came down to the transition to cut the dog leg. And that 27 gets loose. We're going to watch it here again in real time. Watch this gray 27 as he cuts it right there. He's loose. And around everyone goes. That is 3 of the 4 championship cars caught up in this mayhem. Pit road is open, and it is busy. As we see the 16 is down. Michael Kerjelak stays out. The 16 is down to get service. It looks like James Nelson is down. Zulu is down. Curtis Sauburn's down. What a mess. Michael Kerjelak staying on track. That's a bold, bold move. Now, he only has 6 or 7 laps on his tires, but that's really going to mean a lot. Now, the James Nelson took 4 tires there, I believe. Zulu also taking 4 tires, getting some damage repaired. Curtis Sauburn off pit road now. Kenneth Pack going to bring it back down to work on this car some more. He's got some more damage he wants to get fixed on this car. Oh, what an turn of events here for the leaders. That's going to put Michael Kerjelak, again, as your leader, with a championship just in his grasp. He sees that out his windshield. He's fresh air, I believe, for the first time for the 19 tonight. So this car could just take off, folks. I mean, this clean air in front of him could really cause this car to just do some amazing things. Clean air is really, really important in cup racing, especially with this generation of car. It really, really helps the car handle. It's like 2 different cars, being 3rd, 4th, 5th in line behind a bunch of cars, or being that front car with no one in front of you. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get this thing going again here. The pace car is dipping off now. Little buffer back to 75. So the 75 is in that 3rd lane. He's the 2nd of the playoff cars. Trying to chase down Michael Kerjelak. Now he's going to do it on fresh tires, so we'll see what happens. So the 19 fires off, gets a good restart there. 53 going to try to follow him through to get around Tyrone Yo. Going to watch this back here to see if there's any bottlenecks happening. Those guys decided to stay on track. That's going to benefit the 75 as he's able to get them 3 wide going into 1. 98 gets stuck behind him, but the 75 is going to be able to benefit. Oh, as he's got the 2 to his outside, not quite going to be able to clear him. That's going to hurt him. Zulu stuck behind all this traffic. He has the 16 right there to his inside now. 38 laps to go. What a race, folks. What a race. James Nelson now able to pull into that 2nd position. He's got his eyes fixed on... Oh, he has... I take that back, folks. He has 12 lap fresher tires than Michael Kerjelak. So we're going to... The 75 should be able to run down this 19 rather quickly. I'm not sure that fresh air is going to be that beneficial. As we see the 75 starting to close in now within a couple of car lengths of the 19. If you're the 75, you just got to be patient. You have fresher tires. You see them. Don't let it overdrive your car. That's what he's going to have to do to get this championship done. But it's right there in his grasp. I mean, he can literally see it right there out the windshield. Got to be smooth. Got to take it easy if you're the 75. If I'm Michael Kerjelak, I'm sweating bullets right now. Knowing the tire advantage of the 75 behind me. These guys still taking advantage of that dog leg. I mean, as many people as I've seen slip down there, I don't know I'm going down there. So we see the 75 had trouble getting into 1 right there. His nose just pushed a whole lot. AutoServe being a premier sponsor of this series, of a lot of races in this series this season. We appreciate them. They're on board of the 75 as they have been all season long. Be sure and check them out if you're in the Charlestown, West Virginia. That's not Charleston, West Virginia. That's Charlestown. I believe that's quite a bit north of Charleston. I know that because I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, but originally, currently out of Charlotte, North Carolina. But yeah, go check them out. Get your car repaired at AutoServe. Need brakes? Go to AutoServe. Need a tune-up? Stop by AutoServe. Again, been a great partner of Quick Finishers Racing League this season as the AutoServe machine closes in on the back of the butt kicker number 19 of Michael Kerjelak. These drivers under a blanket for the lead. Let's go back and check on some of our other drivers who see how they're faring as the 16 of Pack able to carve his way through the field. He's back up into the 4th position. Now just one driver separating him and this battle ahead of him for the lead. Zulu in the 6th position, trying to navigate his way through the field. Got to get around that 27. It's not over yet, folks. We're coming down to 32 laps to go. 32 laps left in this race. Michael Kerjelak starting to stretch it out a bit. Maybe he's able to do this. 12-lap fresher tires. I thought the cooler tires would really help the 75, and it seemed to for a few laps there, but Kerjelak able to just be patient with his own car and maybe saving a little bit as well. But he's got to try to keep that 75 in the mirror. Definitely not short on confidence tonight, and that's what I like to hear. I mean, that was a great interview by Kerjelak talking about, I'm going to go out here and win this thing. That's what I'm going to do, and he's getting it done with 30 laps to go. If you're watching this, waiting on the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight tonight, we appreciate you tuning in here. This has been a knockdown, drag-out show you've been watching right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. 3 drivers will be knocked out, and there will be 1 champion left at the end of the night here tonight. That's the difference between this and the stick and ball sports and the boxing or the fighting type sports. As the 19 hits the wall, is that you have multiple drivers out here that can affect the finishes or affect the outcome or racing for a championship throughout a season and throughout the playoffs and throughout the final round here, as these 4 drivers have been competing together all night long, currently running 1, 2, 5. Zulu able to get around Kenneth Pack, and 6. So 5th and 6th. Zulu able to get around Pack. Pack, as he said, is better on that longer run. We'll have to see if the next 27 laps work out for him, but there's still quite a bit of a gap. It's 3 seconds from Zulu to our leader, Michael Kerjelak. Now, Kerjelak done a great job so far of holding off this number 75 on much fresher tires as the 75, but not able to capitalize on those cooler, fresher shoes. So we'll just have to see if that maybe starts to play a bit more into it as the race goes on. I suspect that it will, because once the tires get hot, folks, there's only so much you can do to cool them off. I mean, you can change your line, drive a little smoother, and get the tires to cool some, but there's still a baseline that they're going to be stuck at. You're never going to get them the way they are the first 10, first 20, and then after 30 laps, they're never going to be as fresh as they were at lap 20. At 40, they'll never be as fresh as they were, or as cool as they were at lap 30. So the heat just continues to build. It's just how quickly that happens, how well you're able to manage that will make or break your race here tonight. And your championship. Who will have the bragging rights for the off season leading into next season? Who will have the bragging rights? Right now, it's Michael Kerjelak. James Nelson right there with him, just a couple of car lengths back. Zulu is cutting into the leader's lead. He's now, I take that back. He's still 3.1 seconds back. He and the 16 a pack. Still a little over 3 seconds back of Michael Kurgelak. I thought they were cutting into it. We're going to take a look here at the lap times at the line to see who's running the fastest laps out here. Currently, all of our playoff drivers, I take that back. Michael Kurgelak, our leader, with a 27.95 in that fresh air, able to get it done. Let's see at the line this time. 27.97 for Kurgelak and a 28 flat for Nelson. And then you got a 93, so looks like Zulu was the fastest of the championship for that time by. The 75 really turned it up that time through 1 and 2. Made some really good time. I'm sure he took note of that. We'll see if it helps him on the overall lap time this time at the line. It looks like he gained quite a bit. Yes, wow, almost a tenth and a half, almost, 2 tenths. So he gained 2 tenths on Kurgelak that last lap. It was the fastest car on track, the 75. 22 laps to go here at the Phoenix Raceway. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network. This is the Quick Finishers Racing League finale, the championship race. Michael Kurgelak holding the lead right now, and the championship is in his hands. 21 laps to go. James Nelson, a little bit slower that time than our leader, just 2 100ths. But right there within a couple of car lengths of the 19 is that 75 of Nelson. And I'm telling you, folks, if you're Michael Kurgelak in this 19, you haven't looked forward very much at all. You've been watching that mirror, and maybe to your detriment at times, but you've been watching that mirror, yet still trying to hit your marks. Last time by, Zulu, the fastest of the top 4. Zulu currently setting in the 4th position, starting to pull away from Kenneth Pack just a little bit there. So we go back to Zulu. He's pulled out from Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Pack also running for the championship here tonight. Inside of 20 laps to go for Michael Kurgelak. Kurgelak cuts the dog leg. The 75 does not. Nelson was a tenth and a little bit, tenth and a couple hundredths quicker that time by. Now looking to the inside of the 19 is the 75. This is for the race lead and the championship. Now falls back in line, headed down the backstretch into 3. What a battle for the lead and for the championship. They both cut the dog leg deep this time, down toward that inside wall. Head back up onto the track. A couple of car lengths separates them. The 75 decides to run high this time. 19 running in the middle of the track through 1 and 2. 75 going to cut low. That's what he's found, folks, is that if he enters high and then can exit low, he really gets a great run down this backstretch. Straightens up his corner. Really starts to pull in on that 19. Is now going to be able to try to look to the inside. Can he cut him through the dog leg here? Very aggressive turn down through the dog leg to the inside. Tries to get to the inside of the 19. Can't quite make it happen yet. Going to run that 3rd lane through 1 and 2. Trying to get that drive off. Let's see the 75. He's going to close the gap here down this straight stretch. Heading into 3. I mean, their lap times mirroring one another now. Zulu's still the fastest car on the track. Oh, as the 19 has a little bit of a check up there. 75 able to close that gap. Battle is on for the lead, 75 and 19. Meanwhile, while they're doing this, Zulu has cut his 3 second advantage that these drivers had down to 1.7 seconds. Zulu is making some moves, making some headway. Still 2 tenths quicker than the drivers in front of him. 3 tenths quicker this last time by was Zulu. He's going to catch them, folks. 15 laps to go. This is going to become a 3-way battle. Now, Campbell is still in between them, so he's got to get around Campbell. But if he can get around Campbell, it's going to be... But now Campbell's going to join this battle. He wants to be a spoiler for the race. He's looking to the inside of the 75. This is going to cost the 75 a little bit of time. He lets him go quickly. he's got to, so for the 75, he's got to hope that 27 can get up alongside this 19. If not, that could be what separates the 19 and the 75 and calls this championship with 14 to go. '27 still very fast. Fastest car on the track right now. '27 at Campbell looking for the lead here. Can't win the championship, but wants to win the race. Alongside the 19 for a second, but has to fall back in line. Able to really, really keep his tires cool as he's now going to try to make the pass here as they go through 3. Exiting 4, he's able to get the lead away. New leader, 27 of Benny Campbell. That's going to allow that 75. That's the advantage that was given to him. Now the 75 trying to look. This is for the championship, folks. The 75 trying to look to the inside of the 19. But don't look now. Zulu is on these guys. He has closed the gap. He's pulled away 3 seconds away. Oh, as the 75 and 19 almost make contact. James Nelson able to get around the 19 here on the outside as the 19 went down into the dogleg. 3-way battle for the championship. Benny Campbell currently leading the race, but the battle for the championship is from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position, folks. Woo! These guys racing their hearts out tonight. Currently, James Nelson is in the catbird seat as he is in the championship spot. But now Zulu taking over that 3rd position. Fastest car on the track. For several laps, there was Zulu. Now, this last time by, Nelson was a little quicker, but Zulu was making a pass. So we're going to have to see how that shakes out over the next couple laps. 10 laps to go in the race. 19 drives right to the back bumper, this 98. Benny Campbell is your leader, but James Nelson is leading the playoff drivers who are in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th currently. For Kenneth Pack, he's a little further back than he would like to be. Not really up here in this battle. The battle's coming down to it being Zulu and the 75 of Nelson. Zulu starting to chip away at Nelson's lead here, running a much different line, but it seems to be working out for him here. Zulu now going to try to look to the inside of the 75, right to the rear bumper of the 75. If he makes this pass, folks, that's for the championship advantage. This is your battle for the championship. Under 8 laps to go, now 7 to go at the line. Zulu, that line he's using is working out tremendously well as he goes to the outside of the 75 as they tries to get to the outside. Now looking to the inside. 75 throws a block. They make contact. The 75 is sideways. 98 checks up to let him go. 75 was able to save it. Great save by Nelson. Zulu going to try it again. Did not want to pass him under those conditions. Now the 19 going to try to take advantage of this. He's right to the rear bumper of the 98. That was a heads-up move by the 98 to allow the 75 to gather it up. Didn't want to win a championship that way. Now Zulu looking to his outside. Heading down into 1. 3-way battle for the championship. While all this is going on, that 16 of Kenneth Pack is starting to close the gap. Now the 19 gives a shot to the 75. 75 goes up and tries to throw a block on the 19. 98 low, 75 high. 5 laps to go with the line, folks. 5 laps to go for your championship. Benny Campbell's out to 3 seconds over this battle for the race win, but for the championship, we're staying with this battle with just 5 laps to go. 98 right to the rear bumper. That's 75 again. He's got a bit faster car, but the 75 is able to throw the blocks. Now the 98 looking to the inside for the championship lead. He's going to take the position away. 19's going to try to get in there too. Side by side is the 19 and 75. As Zulu's going to start to pull away. Your pole sitter got into that 2nd position, looking for the championship. If he can get it done in 4 laps, Michael Kurgelak trying to run him down now from the 3rd position. Kenneth Pack has closed the gap. He's now a part of this battle. Zulu able to stretch it out just a bit here. Zulu stretching the gap by over 1 second now with 3 laps to go. This is Zulu's championship to lose here. If he can just hold on for 3 more laps, folks, less than 3 laps, he will be your 2024 Quick Finishers Racing League champion. Kenneth Pack now working to the inside of the 75. He's got a fast car. We know his long run speed. So we're going to come to 2 laps to go this time by. 2 laps to go for Benny Campbell. And for the championship contender, Zulu. Zulu enjoys a 1.5 second lead now. Just got to hold on for another 2 laps. You don't want to see a caution flag here. If they make it back to the white flag, if Benny Campbell takes the white flag here, the race will be official. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Zulu now holds on to a 1.5 seconds over Kenneth Pack for the championship. Benny Campbell is leading this race. As they go down the backstretch for a final time, down into turn 3 for the number 27 of Benny Campbell. At the start-finish line, your winner of the final showdown is the number 27 of Benny Campbell. Championship battle, your 2024 Quick Finishers Racing League champion and wall rider there at the end is Zoltan Nudge, known as Zulu. He is your 2024 Quick Finishers Racing League champion. Catalin, I know you've got to be happy for your son. He is the champion as the other drivers come up to give him a little door slam to congratulate him on getting it done. And, you know, he did it the right way as well. I'm so happy for him to get it done the way he did because for Zulu, he hit the 75. He got the 75 all out of whack a couple of times and gave that position back, gave that spot, didn't make the pass, what he very well could have. So good on him for being not only the champion, but being a very gracious champion at that. Congratulations to our 2024 champion. We're going to get interviews, folks, with the top 3 finishers of this race and our champion. Our champion did finish in second. We're going to bring in Mr. Kenneth Pack, who finished in 3rd position here tonight. Talk to him first. Then we're going to talk to our race winner after that. But let's go ahead and get Kenneth Pack in here. Kenneth, Dave in the booth, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
Man, not the finish you wanted. I know you wanted
just a little.
Wanted that championship,
yeah, just a little
man.
short.
Yeah, you know, you got another podium to add to your collection, though, buddy. Finished in 3rd. I know it's disappointing to be that close to a championship and not get it, but you've got to be happy about the way you've performed this season. I mean, especially missing as many races as you've had to miss, and still being here for the championship round, being in that Final Four, and come up a little bit short, but you're going to finish P2 on the season, P3 in the race. So congratulations on that.
Yeah. That incident with Benny and James and all, it had to take my fast repair, but the first time I went down pit road, the fast repair was not turned on.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that, and
that's why that's why I had to go back down pit road, but I don't know, it put me back in the back after that, and I had to run the car harder than I really wanted to. And then I saw them backing up to me there at the end, and I was just hoping for a little beating and banging between them to let me get there.
Well, and they actually did, and that's what I watched with our champion, with Zulu. He got into the 75 and got him all kinds of sideways, but he went ahead and backed off of it completely, allowed the 75 to gather it up and retain that position. So he did the right thing there. I think it happened maybe twice, actually. But in both cases, he allowed that to happen. And then next thing we know, because you were 3 seconds back, and then you were right in the mix, man. It was like, this is getting crazy. But, man, you guys put on one hell of a race. You've ran great all season long, so congratulations on your feat, man. I know you wanted that championship, but you got to keep your head up. Don't look down, man. You had one hell of a season.
It was really looking good in the middle of the race, and things happen.
Yep, absolutely, man. Well, listen, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out, buddy? The floor is yours for the season.
I appreciate AutoServe for sponsoring. Appreciate y'all broadcasting the whole season. Sponsors on my car, the American Heart Association, Prisma Health, and if my brother was watching, he said he might be watching live. I don't know, but just a little bit short, and we'll come back, try next season.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm already stoked and excited for next season, buddy. I'm going to send you back to celebrate with the guys here at Quick Finisher Racing League. You guys really did a stand-up job this season, and congratulations on that, bud.
All right. I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in our race winner, Benny Campbell. Before we talk to the champ, we're going to bring Benny in. We're going to try to bring Benny in. Hey, Benny. Benny, you got a copy, buddy? Hey, man. You were really able to, I don't know if you maybe were able to keep the heat down on those tires or what you did there late in the going, man, but that thing was a rocket ship toward the end of this run.
I just needed the sun to go down. I couldn't get it to grip for nothing in the sun. I just knew if I could stay close enough and stay in it long enough, when the sun come down, I'd have a better chance to maybe run with them boys. Kenneth and Zulu and even Kurds and James were just so fast in the sun, I couldn't do anything with them. And then I pulled something stupid. I don't even know what I did wrong down the back, or what used to be the back stretch, now the front stretch. When I hit the apron, it just decided that it wasn't going to stick anymore.
Yeah, we saw it, and we've seen it several times tonight too. And that's something that always happens with this underbody that's on these cars, is where they drag going off of the racing surface, the banking change there to the flat. That's exactly what happened to you. As soon as you hit that, the thing just started turning hard left. The rear end was coming out from under you there. We saw it happen. Really nothing you could do. You were along for the ride at that point, man. But it was wild seeing 3 of the contenders caught up in it. But nonetheless, man, congratulations on the victory tonight. The floor is yours to shout out anybody you want to shout out. And yeah.
Shout out to y'all for putting the broadcast on, and James and Curtis for putting the league on. And all 4 of the championship 4, they all raced respectfully and clean and hard. So, and I tried my best to race them as well as I could, even with my screw up. So,
yeah, man, it was a good race. It was exciting up here. I was so busy trying to keep up with everything, man. It was a good time. But congratulations again. I'm going to send you back to celebrate.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, should I bring in our champion now? Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in our champion. Hey, Zulu, you got a copy? Zulu, you got a copy?
Yeah, hi Dave.
Hey, man. I talked to you before this race, and you didn't feel like you were the favorite. You said I have nothing really to lose here. So you're just gonna go for it, man. You set that thing on the pole. You had a rocket ship through the first stage. Looks like Kenneth Pack really had a fast car on the long run there. Everybody got caught up in the incident with Benny there. They're late in this stage or whatever, and Benny, and it happens. You hit that darn dog leg. You have to go down there, and it's just the car gets so crazy sometimes when you transition the off the racetrack onto the flat. That's what happened with that. But we saw 3 of you guys get caught up in it. Man, you cut that 3-second lead Kurjalak had down. I think it was Kurjalak had. You cut that 3 seconds down and just started turning it on these guys, man. What a race. What a finish. You finished P2, won the 2024 Quick Finishers Racing League Championship. You are a champion in the Quick Finishers Racing League, man. How the heck did you do it?
Wow, Dave. Definitely no word. Sorry about that, but no word, really. It was fantastic race. Yeah, a bit roller coaster. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I'm really happy about this result.
look, man, one thing I said this on the broadcast, and I want to say it to you personally. That showed a whole lot of class, man. You got into the 75 there late in the run as you were trying to make the pass there. He got completely sideways, and we saw you just check up, let him get his car under him, keep that position. And I think you got into him once a little bit later in the same kind of thing. A couple laps later, you get into him again. He was a bit slower than you were, and you got into him again. He got a little squirrely, and you were class act, man. You let him keep that position and passed him clean, and that is what we expect out of a champion. And you, sir, are a great champion and ambassador of the sport here at Quick Finishers Racing League.
Yeah, thanks, and I'm sure James would do the same with me. So yeah, that was not a problem. I don't want to win that in this situation. So yeah, I kept James at front and make a clean pass. So yeah, definitely.
Well, man, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and let you just say whatever you want to say, champ. The floor is yours. Anybody you want to say hi to or shout out to, whatever you want to say. It's all about you right now, bud.
Yeah, say hi to Mom, Gabi, Rada. I know they are watching, so they are really enthusiastic about this league, and big thank you for you guys broadcasting week after week. Amazing job, really. So well done. Yeah.
Well, man, listen, I'm gonna send you back. This has been one heck of a season for the Quick Finishers Racing League. You're gonna be a great champ, man. That was awesome to watch. It was a lot of fun. Congratulations once again. You are that 2024 Quick Finishers Racing League champion. You got it done, man. You did it. So we'll see you next season, bud.
Yeah. See you next season.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, and go celebrate. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right, that was your 2024 champion here at the Quick Finishers Racing League, Zoltan Nudge. Zulu getting finished second in the race. Very stand-up position there. Only needed to finish second if you can finish ahead of the other three drivers. All four drivers put on one heck of a show here in the Quick Finishers Racing League in this finale. There's really no words to express what kind of race we saw tonight, folks. If you were able to tune in and watch this, you got your money's worth, which was a like, I hope. But your winner tonight of the race was Benny Campbell. Zulu finished in second with Kenneth Pack third, James Nelson fourth, fifth was Michael Kerjelak. Ryan Steinhoff finished in sixth. Seventh was Nathan Christensen with Curtis Sauber in eighth. Dustin Matney finishes ninth. Tyro and Yo Jr. rounds out your top 10. Gregory Robinson in 11th. 12th is James Bowden. Michael Bovair finished in 13th position tonight. But your champion of the night tonight was Zulu. And he just did what he had to do. He come out and sat on the pole. He ran up front a lot. When he did make a mistake there and got into another driver, he was a class act, gave that position back, said, hey, I don't want to win. I don't want to beat you that way. And that right there, that's just a classy move. Can't say enough about it. But congratulations to all the drivers here of the Quick Finishers Racing League, as this has been one heck of a season. SimWorld Racing Network, it was a pleasure for us to bring this to you each and every week. To Dave watching at home, man, I hate you couldn't make it to this race, but understand it nonetheless. For all the viewers at home, you guys have been awesome watching these races for us, supporting this channel. Can't wait to come back next season and bring racing live to you once again. We're going to do some stuff in the off season, but as far as the leagues, the three leagues that we run here, we have three different champions for the All-American Racing League Trucks Series. We had Benny Campbell win that championship. For the All-American Racing League Cup Series, we had Alan Bledsoe wins the championship there. And then right here for the Quick Finishers Racing League, this one's finally come to an end with Zulu being your 2024 champion. For Dave, who's usually in the booth, this was the SimWorld Racing Network. You were watching the Quick Finishers Racing League. I'm out of here, and we will see y'all next season. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for everything you've done. We'll see ya.